Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, everything in between and or otherwise. My name is Mr. Boogeyman, and today I have another Ship of Harkinian tutorial for you. I kind of wanted to go over and future-proof some of the things that don't work anymore in the old tutorial, and I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the differences between the three different versions that I'm going to be showing you today, and as well as that cool things that I've learned that you can do with the programs now that I've been working with them for a little bit. So with that, let's get started. So just like last time, chat, we're going to be leaving links in the video description below. The first thing I'm going to show you is the main branch version, Copper Charlie 9.1.2. Very good version. It's got crowd control built in, but unfortunately it doesn't have anchor built in, which is the co-op support, and it also has nothing to do with Archipelago either. If we scroll down to the bottom of this page, that's where you can find the development build for the playtesting. This is the branch that I use a lot. It has extra checks and stuff in it. It's got a lot of extra things built into it, but it is kind of unstable, so like use at your own discretion. The third version that I want to show you today is the Archipelago version. If we head over to this Google Doc I have for Archipelago, you can find it on line 134, and included in the GitHub page you can grab the AP world and the Ship of Harkinian. So I already did a tutorial on the install. I'll link that right here. But just a quick refresher, Ship won't install if you have a OneDrive desktop. You've got to put it in your C drive. I put mine in a games folder, and then I drop my ROM right inside the file, and then just run Ship of Harkinian. So the thing that sets the Archipelago version aside from the experimental version in the main branch is in the network portion, you have the option to set up Archipelago and Anchor as well as crowd control. Archipelago is pretty straightforward. You just take the 5 numbers from your server address and make sure your slot name matches and then connect. And you can turn on Deathlink if you want, and that's kind of all you need. With Anchor, you pick your favorite tunic color, you pick your name, you pick your room ID, and after you hit enable, you'll have some options if you're the first person to connect. You can put on PvP mode here. If you turn it on, you will collide with other players in the game, and then friendly fire is what allows you to attack. You can set up teams. If you're doing a co-op run, you want to make sure that sync items and flags is enabled. That way when you pick stuff up, you guys both get at the same time. If you start a co-op seed late, or for some reason you're not getting the same items as your friend, you can request team state, and you will, as long as you're connected, get all of the items that they have available. If you wanted to exist in the game with your friend in the same world, but not necessarily pick up the same items, or do the same randomizer and not pick up the same items, you would just deselect sync items and flags. I also believe that's the same thing that you would do with Anchor and Archipelago at the same time if you wanted to play an Archipelago seed in the same world as your friends but didn't want to pick up the same items. I believe that's how you would do that, but when I tried to do it, there was a big scary pop-up in the corner that said, hey, this isn't going to work and it's going to crash your game and some dude's going to come to your house and break your legs, but I've been told that it should be fine. To randomize a game and send it to your friend, we're going to go over to Randomizer, and I think we're going to have to actually push into this next screen here. Select a file, go over to Randomizer, open Randomizer settings. This is the Archipelago version of Ship of Harkinian. The experimental version will have more checks in the shuffles area, but we're just going to do a default one, and I'll show you how to connect to your friends. So now that the randomizer has generated, we can go back into our file folder, open randomizer, and this JSON file will be the randomizer seed. You can give this to your friend, and as long as they're on this randomizer screen, they can take that JSON file and drop it right onto their Ship of Harkinian, and they will have the ability to make their own save profile. So as far as setup goes, that's pretty much all I have to tell you about. Now I wanted to go over some of the things that I found were really cool with Ship of Harkinian. It's got a ton of different quality of life and enhancements, speeds and skips, graphical stuff, cosmetics, lots of funny stuff. This is where you find all the silly stuff. It's got so much of this stuff, and it takes forever to set up, especially moving between versions. So what I learned is there's a presets menu where you can actually go in and just save all of your settings to one of these profiles and give them to your friends to try out as well. It makes it really easy to kind of move in between versions to see what you like and what you don't like. There's a couple really cool features for the built-in check tracker for this game. One of which is you can allow it to show logic for when you hover over something, and it'll tell you why you can get it, or like what the prerequisite is to be able to get it. You can enable it only while paused, and you can make it only show available checks. So if you have this selected, it'll show you all of the checks that you have available to you that you could grab right now in the sphere with the items that you have. I thought that was pretty neat. And the last thing that I wanted to show you, and kind of the whole reason for the tutorial, was some of the stuff that I found poking around in the dev tools inside of the save editor. You can obviously do things like see everything that you have available and like different timers and stuff, and you can give yourself inventory items in varying amounts. But from somebody like me who plays this every Saturday on stream live for everybody and does crowd control, sometimes stuff starts to break for no reason. So if you die or the game crashes on the same frame that you pick up an item, you might get the flag for that item, but won't actually receive it. So if you go into this randomizer in flags, you can see all of the different flags that you've triggered, and it's kind of hard to read. Like, these are all bean souls, these are boss souls, these are all pots. Say you died on the same frame that you lost this and the check counted, but you didn't get the item, you can untoggle one of these check flags and allow yourself to get the items again. This also works for when you're in games with other people as well. It's a really good system to be able to continue to play the game and not have things completely break on you or reset a whole seed just because, you know, something stopped you from collecting that item. If we head back to our main Ship of Harkinian file folder, we can find this presets file, and that's where if you generate your own presets file, it will end up. That way you can either give it to your friends or you can save it for yourself and move it into different versions. And that's kind of it, chat. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm not the greatest tutorial guy, I kind of know that, but I'd like to make these little videos just so, you know, it's easier for some people to follow a video guide. I know that's kind of the case for me. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, or every Saturday Pacific Standard Time, I play Ship of Harkinian on twitch.tv/Mr. Boogeyman with crowd control. So yeah, if you want to check me out, you can do it there. Thank you so much, guys.